with a girl and we keep them on the run. We are members so one dark and I try to forget we're running.
Zing, 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 flash, blacker, smoke, up like sky, up like heaven. You know, say at the citadel, you know, say at torture time, at torture hours. You know that go already. Make sure you hit the like button, you know. Make sure you subscribe, you know. Make sure you comment, you know. More and say, whole heap of comment, whole heap of likes. People, the thing interactive, you know. You're not going like you not pay for the comment. They want to deal with it. Hey, no ramp with the thing, you know. If I not see 500 comments and them thing, I not feel good, you know. I work with put in, you know. So how now repair the thing? Do the right thing. You understand me? No. People, you have to address Babbzy with some little time what she make. Some speeches what she make. I mean, I say, what go on here, sir? Now, here's the thing. Normally, me avoid things what Babbzy say. But Babbzy I make some speech. And the thing about it is Babbzy is supposed to be a, Caribbean vlogger, soca vlogger, dancehall vlogger. She's supposed to be very credible, right? So I'm thinking to myself, if we have a credible person giving out wrong information, bad intel, under the guise of speaking the truth, I have to go call that out. You understand me? I not there to argue with people and war with people, but me expect, say, when me give her the right information or pull her up on it, if she's truly about the truth, she will correct it. Right? Me not expect the Gaza man, them man they with us a ray. Me not expect them to correct. You see when we correct them just and getting on them feelings and one bag of ray. I am about the facts, the reality. When it comes to the young lad, just start the facts when you conversate him. You might not like him, you might not rate him, you have your feelings, your personal opinions, and that's fine. When you give your personal opinion, I'm like, hey, listen, it's how you feel. But if your opinion is based on some false narrative now, we have to go address that.
There's a few reasons why I do not want Alkaline and Masicka to clash. I don't want Masicka to answer Alkaline. I do not want Masicka to answer Alkaline. I'm going to tell you why. Because when Alkaline was on top of the world and everybody did want a piece of the youngest and the baddest, he did playing, he picking and choosing, and he was on his high horse. And he didn't want to clash Masicka because Masicka was not on his level and Gage and all them people there, right? Now, here's...
Damn. Babbzy, where did you get that intel? Where did you get that information? Or did you conclude this? Where, when, and how? Where you get this information from? You see, that's a false narrative. Inaccurate information being spread. There has never been a time where Masicka has challenged Alkaline to a clash. Never. To think that you, who are supposed to be professional, who's supposed to be a person who speak facts, are going to make them, you know what, people say them thing there. Masicka wanted to clash DeMarco. He wanted to clash Gage. And on stage, and FVD and them was trying to set up a 4-way clash on Sting. Do you listen to what I'm saying? They were trying to do a 4-way clash where they would have Tommy Lee, Gage, Masicka, and Alkaline clash. When Winfred said that Alkaline was the only one outstanding, he said, this is Masicka's response, I'm afraid. That is what he said. He never said he wanted to clash him. He never issued a clash, just like he issued a clash for DeMarco. He issued a clash for Gage. He never issued one for Alkaline.
He didn't put you in the mix when we were talking about this pending clash, this potential clash at stake. Now it's a 4-way thing because Alkaline is in there, Masicka is in there, Tommy Lee and Gage. And you say you're ready. So you ready, Gage ready, Tommy Lee ready, only Alkaline is outstanding.
Afraid, man.
Wow.
So tell me, how can you say that Alkaline refused a clash with Masicka when he has never done that? There wasn't any issue. It's not as if Masicka made a diss song or called him out in any way, shape, or form for a war, for a clash, for a match, whether on stage, off stage. Masicka has never done that. So why are people always saying this? Because they hear things. It's misinformation. When the people cut up the interview from on stage, they play segments and they say, oh, this go towards Alkaline. Even though if you listen in its entirety, it did not. DeMarco, and I'm going to play it right now. I'm going to play the DeMarco piece. Check it out.
Okay, so but if the mark already, you would do a clash with him?
Right now, right on stage, right here, sir, right now.
Really?
Right, yes, sir.
Okay, well, the mark of the call is out for you, sir.
Mouth make fit talk. You know what me I gonna do right now? Me I gonna play the Gauge piece. You understand me? Then me I gonna play the Alkaline piece. Because at the end of the day, a facts over fiction. Me no like when people spread false narrative. Get to the information correct.
Comment for me on Alkaline. What about Alkaline? What's your view on Alkaline? You know,
Alright.
rate him? You rate him?
Personally, Alkaline is a talented DJ, but him for just accept the fact that him live in a Vibes Cartel shadow and him a try be Vibes Cartel.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And him still now come and say him a try be Vibes Cartel. As I say, me no rate Alkaline still. The music bad, but the type of thing them when him sing about as a youth from the street and as a youth we grow in the street and know the street. And that's something with me really I go get up and real for. You know what I mean? Because we're a street youth.
Gauge.
Clown, man. Them I'm tell you, as I tell you, a circus still. Because Gauge a clown, man.
Yeah?
Yeah, man.
So, well, I don't know. So what if he wants to clash you? The both of you are on Sting. If he wants to clash you, would you clash him?
Winford, right now. On
Really?
that stage, right, yes, sir.
So wait a minute here now. So you
Hold on. So I Gauge him say, him will clash on the stage. Right, yes, sir, right now. If you have proof, Babbzy or anyone who have proof to say that Masicka issued a clash, made a song, declared some form of challenge somewhere on this planet, and Alkaline did not respond to it, then you can say what you're saying, but you have to first prove it. There's no evidence of it. This is just people saying, because when it comes to Alkaline, misinformation and disinformation is what they use against him. They say things. People that say things. And people run with it as if it's true. Misinformation, disinformation. No facts, just propaganda. People are saying, free for clash Masicka. Masicka not run down Idonia. He wasn't running after Alkaline. So why people saying that? When him run after Alkaline was with the My Dog Them Have to Live. When they counted Alkaline song. And from that day, Alkaline has been following up this dude because every time him shared Alka shared him back. Alka has never, ever run for Masicka, not for a second, not even a beanie bit. And furthermore, Alkaline told you already, if the fans them saying for clash, him a go clash. The man never run from a clash yet.
My first question to you is why you didn't do Sting?
I had other engagements.
Oh?
Yeah, me did have a show on that date.
So you would have done it if you weren't contracted?
Yeah, man, Sting at show, you know. You saw me I say, and the people them would want to see me. But I don't know as much we have other engagements, isn't it?
Okay, so those who were calling you coward and that you were shying away from it because of what was coming at you at Sting, you say?
Whatever. Them can't say them want to say. Remember, you know, them not have nothing, you know, them just look at hype. You see what I say? Them just try to lean on somebody's career and them not going to lean on mine. You see what I say? Focus on no one thing.
So would you have taken a clash at Sting?
With myself, we make a clash.
What do you mean by that? You mean
But
there's
who am
nobody
me?
in your class?
No, I never said that, but who am I a war? Who am I have, like, lyrical?
When you were
confrontation?
called out by Gauge,
Yeah, they might try engage me in a war, but me not interested.
okay,
Me think that they so.
okay.
You see what I say?
Fair enough.
If
So
the fans them say, yo, Alka, we want you to take on the youth, then we'll do it. I mean, I have no choice.
if
but
your
to do it.
fans them say so. So
Yeah.
what were your fans saying?
Obvious. They must say, don't pay them youth and money. So I say them thing, Lily. You
Yes.
see me? And from them say that, me I say, okay, no problem.
Babbzy check the record. Check the record. Every day talk it. Every day say. Alkaline and Popcorn a white Sting mashup.
Time you have to take a check.
Yeah.
Because after you go on and on for 30 years, over 30 years, and you stop and replan. And
What was the reason why?
I think my true reason was the artist.
Why? What was?
Popcorn and Alkaline, and every time I never talk this yet, but I'm going to talk it now. I make them understand what they did to the music. Those two, up to this day, when Sting call on them, they never do Sting. Back again, they say they're not doing it. And Sting needed stars you needed headline. The year Cartel and my brother said they wasn't doing it. I have every star in Jamaica and nobody didn't come. So when we realized say Popcorn and Alkaline were the two leaders and they're not doing the show, it never makes sense to go forward because we know what's going to happen. So people keep on saying, oh, they want those two. And up to this day, them two man never do a show together yet, nowhere. Them do take no booking together for one reason or the other. And it almost kill the business of show business, dancehall show business in Jamaica. But them don't know that. Them just think, so them can keep a show themselves and it can continue. Them not think about the other rest of promoters.
They got try to put him in a clash. Them would have to pay him and they did not want to pay these artists. So Alkaline took other bookings. Winfred asked Alka said had prior engagements. The man wasn't booked for it. So how can you say, oh, when did we come do? Come clash man for free, like turn down money? If we come clash man for go get in a squabble with people for free? That's not him. I'm all about the money, like Brook Life never know me. All me I say facts over fiction. You can have your personal opinion and what not. But even that in itself is like, really? So just because him never quote unquote clash him back then, you don't want him clash him now because of what? Alkaline was going against Cartel. It was going against Popcorn. It was going against Tamale. It was going against so much people. So when him did clash everybody and their mama, I mean, this artist I go against Bounty, I go against Beanie, everybody and their mama come at him. So yeah, I say, if you pick up every man with you a stone, every man with a rock, every man with you a pebble, him for respond to everybody, which he was doing generally. When him make song like the clear one have, what kind of career one have? Like the man he was addressing, because it was so much people. There were songs when he was address everybody. But it's as if you forget the reality. You check the timeline. When you want to clash 2014, Alka does get the boss, right? A man want to clash him 2014. Man want to clash him 2015. You just barely, them time the dancehall try purge him and them fight the man. 2014, 2015. And in a 2016, the youth go after a whole of them. So, me not really understand what you say. As when him did the on the no, at 2016, when you quote, everybody say 2016 I'm Mattis here, and at 2016 him go after Cartel, him go after Popcorn, him go after Tamale at 2016. So when him dep on him quote unquote heights is when he went after all of them. So when you go pull the card and say, oh, when him did dep on him, him never this and him never want that he was picked. No, this man was going after everybody. Him go after, so the father, so the son, they the same cry for no want but a badness in him. The man make 12 p.m., the man make Tam Tam, the man make Ricochet, and then when the early January 6th, the bomb clot, the man make microwave. You stop playing around, man. After all, dogs, them just a wait for a call. What not deal with? Wanna check on the history and stop with the false narratives.
Everybody, well then we gonna hold Alkaline with the fake ass, lying ass, tattooed eyeball ass shit too. We gotta be fair. This is the thing with me. I'm not on nobody's side.
How do you hold Alkaline for black eye? That when people say fake eye, that stuff make no sense to me. You know why it makes no sense to me? Because I was the person, the vlogger, the main vlogger from then who said it was contacts, it was scleral lens, it was not real. Y'all motherfuckers was running around saying it's real. Even when Alka saying bring in doctor, and I said it was fake. It's just a controversy. What's the problem? What you mean him trick industry? When him did already hot before him put in the contacts. I mean, the man does a spruce up a thing. What the problem? It's not like, oh, people listen. Unless you're telling me that you listen to his music because of his black eye. Because I could have sworn like the music is what was grabbing people. The music, it was the music itself that people were gravitating to, not his eyes. People, even some people were like, yo, me rate him music, but me not rate what him do with him high. Like, that conversation is kind of crazy because Carter gone to prison. This are the youth where I take over dancehall now, and then the man does, this are before him bleach, before him put in contacts, the man take over dancehall. And the man does enhance the thing and hype it up.
Move. Let me go get my caviar and thing. I ain't clashing with nobody now that I get signed. That's how I am if I'm Masicka. That's how I feel. Now
that's funny. She says if she's Masicka, she wouldn't clash with nobody now. I mean, at the end of the day, you can say whatever, but I don't try to give him the clash back in 2019. Cartel tried to give him the clash back in 2019. Alka tried to give him the clash back in 2019. He didn't want any of them. He made a song said he was man for the mission. After he made the song saying he was king. And Cartel said him a burger king. You understand me? And call him pamphlet. What is a pamphlet to the great encyclopedia? After Kurita, them they put out information and say there was a scheduled clash for him and Vibes Cartel. You know, by the end of the year, he's going to take the kingship and all these things. He's going to defeat Vibes Cartel. But Masicka left the clashing thing then. And as he said, went and focused on other things. So don't make it look like, oh, he got signed now when people want to clash him. They were giving him the clash a long time. He just didn't want it. Even governor tried to give him. He didn't want it. He has never wanted it. That's what you should check the history. He just talks big. He talk a big game. He's a slick motherfucker. I admit that. He's very coy. He's gonna make it look like, nobody no one clash me. When the people, nobody know what, but they might give him the clash.
Right now, Masicka has to win for Dancehall. Dancehall is in a messed up place internationally, right? TJ just got signed. He's gonna have to carry the baton for a bit because Shensia and Coffee and even to a lesser extent Skilly Bang, they're not carrying the baton around the track fast enough. Especially Shensia. Shensia was supposed to really be the win out here. And there's no win.
Because there's nothing to win. Y'all are chasing after fool's gold. Invest big money in order to try and attain worldwide recognition. It's a fool's goal, a fool's dream. Remember, music is all about streaming. Streaming. So these days, when streams come from a lot of places in the world, globally, it's low rate or low quality or ad supported stream. Not much money is coming from it anyway. So getting all of these streaming people, listen, most artists that get 1 billion streams don't even see $1 million from it. And that's the reality. So for people to invest, it's not like back in the days with Sean Paul and Shaggy, you could invest millions into their career and get millions out. These days, it's not the same. So if you're expecting these things, and artists are not stupid enough to go sign over their entire... Labels normally would invest a lot into artists because they're going to own everything. They're going to own these artists for life, own their catalog, their royalties, everything they're publishing. They're not doing that now because these artists are not signing those shitty ass deals. So guess what? You're never going to get the investment. Come on, look at Jaden Republic. Look at Shensi and her label. Like, you're not... Why you think Skilly Bang ain't putting out no new work that's getting pushed? What Masicka has gotten out of the deal so far? What TJ have gotten out of the deal so far? All of these things you're going to see is like, nah, it's going to wash to the side of the bank like it's not that serious. So when people are like signing this and that, I'm like, Coffee, everybody stop looking for this fool's gold. Is y'all keep telling these artists to chase after fool's gold. Y'all the motherfuckers that keep telling them that. And I keep telling y'all, it ain't all what it's cracked up to be. It ain't all what it's cracked up to be.
Alkaline has the bigger career overall, right? But I'm concerned about Alkaline. And that's why I don't want him to clash. I don't feel like that's going to be a good move for him right now. I feel like he needs to solidify his place by getting an international collab and dunking the ball. Now, I know a lot of people are going to be like, but what if the man this and what if the man that? I have a hard time believing an artist doesn't want to thrive internationally.
Hey, Babbzy, I just got one thing to say to you. Babbzy, I want you to get the mirror and I want you to look in it. And I want you to look at yourself, Babbzy. I want you to look at your past. I want you to look at your future. I want you to look at everything you have done. You have all the links. You have all the links in the entire Caribbean when it comes to music. From artists to management to business to branding. You have every single motherfucking link. And what have you done with it? You should be bigger than academics. But you're not. Is it that you couldn't be? Is it that you're not talented enough? Is it that you don't have the access? You don't have the reach? You don't have the power? What is it, Babbzy, that make you not be the biggest goddamn vlogger that you're supposed to be with every motherfucking advantage on this goddamn planet? Why? Let me tell you, because you chose not to be. You chose not to be a puppet. You chose not to be anyone's lapdog. You made your own decision to be your own boss. So when people look at you and it's, yo, they're like, you're not a millionaire like academics or Joe Buttons or whoever, you know that you chose not to be. So you're saying basically you have a hard time believing? Wait, you have a hard time believing that people can make those choices? The choices that you make? Like for me, for example, I could have been signed many a times, and I choose to be my own miserable, ignorant self, you could say, right? You know, can't get out of my own way per se, right? Could have been successful numerous times, but I chose not to. I guess I'm my own worst nightmare, so to speak. Or is it that I like being independent? I like doing things my own way. I like not having someone over me, you know, that's pushing and pulling me and telling me I don't want a puppet master. You know that about me. I know that about you. And we all know that about Alkaline. So why are we going to pretend otherwise? Why are we pretending otherwise, though? The beauty of it is this. Many artists since Alkaline Bus have been signed, and none of them moved the needle for dancehall. None of them moved the needle. People keep talking about Alkaline not signing. You know the only artist people can say is more established than Alkaline over the years he's been in this thing is like Popcorn, who's signed to OVO. They might say, yo, Skillibeng is doing better than him on the international market right now. He's signed. Sony ATV and whatever the fuck else he's signed to. You know what I'm saying? People might say, well, hey, guess what? Shensi is, you know, in a better position or Coffee. I mean, they were all signed. Even some of them who were signed, like Masicka, TJ and them, they're still not in a better position than Alkaline. Independent-wise. Look at that. He's independent and still have more leverage and pull and power over those who are signed. Just think about it. Hey, I also want y'all to think about this too. You see, Octane, you know, putting out the information in his album saying that he's gifted dancehall and dancehall is easy, whatever. I'm like, bro, listen. See, Octane, he doesn't get it. And the people around him should have told him this. Octane, you are a giant in this music thing. But for you to think that you were essential to dancehall, see, what you don't understand is dancehall, just like it doesn't give Shaggy and Sean Paul its respect, it ain't never gonna give you. If you're looking for it, it don't matter what Sean Paul and Shaggy do, they will never get the respect Bounty and Beanie get. You understand me? If you're looking for the respect Cartel and Alkaline get, you ain't gonna get it, bro. It don't matter how many Sumfest you close. It don't matter how many hits you had. It don't matter what. The people buy into artists. Jamaicans are how they are. It's a cultural thing. They buy into who they buy into. And those people become their gods. Those are their generals. Those are their respect. So when you look at it, you know, I see Gaza Uncle tearing down like Cargo and like Vegas and propping up Octane. And I'm like, bro, you do realize that all three of them are in the same boat. That these artists are great artists that have great body of work, that have done great for the music, but they will never get the motherfucking respect they deserve because they aren't or weren't essential to dancehall. They're not a cornerstone. They're not a column that dancehall is like, yo, you remember that Movada versus Cartel period? Cartel did this, Movada did that, Bounty did this, Beanie did that. People, the way people look at it, they look at it weird. And you have to face reality. There's certain artists, like even for Jamaican right now, no matter how much respect Popcorn get, there's a lot of Jamaicans that's still like, whatever. They still kind of, whatever with Poppy. Because there's something about our people. Our people are on a different wave. So if you think you can bully them into giving certain level of respect, bruh, you're going to hurt yourself. Because they're going to push back. They're going to push back. Alkaline understands this. See, when Babbzy say he needs to do this and he needs to do that and Ice Spice this and whoever that and Coronation Market this, and I'm like, you just don't understand. Alkaline is a whole head. The way he thinks like an authentic old-time dancehall artist. He's thinking like, yo, clashing. He's thinking establish foothold. Him think? Him think different from these artists who focus on the international market and so on and so forth. Alkaline understands that money is money. He has built and is maintaining his brand. So he can get high amount of shows, high paid, he can get endorsements, he can do business, he can put on his own shows all over the goddamn place and make millions of dollars, US dollars that is. He can do that. That power, that leverage makes it so that he doesn't have to focus on other things like running down labels and signing and stuff like that because he's so powerful and he has so much on his own. He's a boss. Bossy of a boss, done for every done. And that a lot of people don't respect. But I'm like, y'all are tripping. That's what you should respect. The man establishing brand, dog, on the next level. New rules, September 3rd, Wonade. That we are talking about. You see me? When I want to hear about rare people have a talk, they start the facts when they conversate the young lad. Right now, the man could not chill and not focus, but the man say, you don't want a war, anything you don't want. And also, the next thing is, for Babbzy and them, they keep on forgetting that Masicka is the one that's always showing shades at Alkaline and Alkaline responding. So it's like, when they're like, oh, you shouldn't clash. Like, bro, the man I said, dog, why you keep showing shades if you don't want to clash? You think we're calling Masicka a coward because people want to clash him? No, we're calling him a coward because he started shit and run. Just like with Skeng, he started the shit and ran. With Alka, he's starting the shit and he's running. He started shit with Cartel and he ran too. I cannot remember, you know, the man at our boy, my king, you know. And the man come out and call him Burger King and I tell him, say, my pamphlet and them thing, that him run. Like, bro, like, stand up like a man, dog. If I'm a step to Cartel, if I'm a step to Alka, I'm a step to Alka. If I'm a step to anybody, I'm going to do it. Worse, he let a rookie, newbie in the game, Skeng punk him like, dog, he's soft. He's not about that life. He's just talking tough. And when they check his temperature, this shit is not hot. He's cold. But hey, it's YouTube and everybody got an opinion, even if it's not grounded in reality or facts. You see me? Check on the facts when it comes to Masicka and this in Alkaline. Check on the facts. Because I want to know when Masicka issue a challenge to Alkaline, and Alkaline did not take it. Yeah, boy, you people are something else sometime.